Silver! Ho!
A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo, Silver, the Lone Ranger. With his faithful Indian companion Tonto, the daring and resourceful masked rider of the plains led the fight for law and order in the early western United States. Nowhere in the pages of history can one find a greater champion of justice. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again.
Come on, Silver! Let's go, big fellow! I'm Silver! Hi!
It was County Fair Day in Buena Vista. Overnight, the main street of the sleepy little cow town had become as colorful as a carnival midway.
Hurry, 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 over this way where you spin till you win. That's right, you spin till you win, and it costs only 10 cents. 2 nickels, 1 tenth of a dollar. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Oh, Phoebe, let's try this game. Look at the handsome and attractive man who's running it.
What can you win? That's more important for now.
What do we care? It only costs 10 cents. And isn't this a holiday?
What can you win? I heard that question, ladies, and I'm the one who can answer it. The grand prize is a surprise, one of the most valuable gifts in the entire Midway. How about it? Will you take a chance?
Let's do it, Phoebe. Go on, give him a dive.
Well, all right. Here you are, young man.
Thank you, ma'am. And now, here we go. You spin till you win. Somebody win.
Ladies and gentlemen, I offer you the greatest opportunity of our modern age. Today is special bargain prices. You can have your picture taken, developed, and delivered to you in magnificent glossy tintype, all in the amazing short time of 10 minutes.
What's that you were saying, Professor? Take a photograph and finish it up all in 10 minutes?
That's right, my good man. I, J. Russell Skidmore, photographer extraordinary, am using a new and improved camera. Step right inside the tent and I'll be glad to demonstrate.
No, none of those newfangled pictures for me. You always make me look, my eyes are popping out.
But my method of photography is different. No ordinary poses. I photograph people naturally so they can recognize themselves. Won't you step inside the tent, sir?
Go ahead, Pop. If that hatchet face of yours don't break the camera, I might try it.
No, Hey, who said that?
I did.
What? Sheriff Crane.
I've been looking all over for you, Pop.
Yeah? What's up?
I need a partner for a game of horseshoes. Of course, if you'd rather stay here and have your picture taken, I can round up somebody else.
Oh, thunderation, no. I'm just rubbernecking. Lead the way to that there game, Sheriff. You've got a champion playing on your side.
All right, come on.
I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, a magnificent glossy tintype. A picture of yourself that can be treasured for a life.
Watch it, hold your ticket, watch your number. Watch it, watch it. Watch it, and the winning number is 17. 17 is the winning number.
Why, Phoebe, 17 is our number. He means us.
Merciful heavens.
And I see that the lucky winners are two very charming young ladies. Will you step over here, please?
Did you hear that, Phoebe? He actually called us young ladies.
Well, don't just stand here. Let's see what the prize is.
Now, if you'll give me your names, I'll present you with a coupon that can be redeemed for a very valuable prize.
Redeemed? I don't understand.
Just take the coupon to that third tent on the other side of the midway, and you'll receive the prize. Now, your names, please.
We're the Lee sisters, Miss Prunella and Miss Phoebe Lee.
Miss Brunella and Miss Phoebe Lee.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and let me congratulate you, ladies, on your good fortune. Here we go again, folks. Wait.
But not all the people in Buena Vista that day were as carefree as Sheriff Crane, Pop Hendricks, and the Lee sisters. Two grim-faced men pushed their way through the crowd and headed for the cattleman's bank. Although no one recognized him, the leader of the pair was a man known to the law as the Black Hood. His companion was Trig Ellis.
Trig, this job's gonna be a cinch. All the yokels are busy having a good time.
Yeah.
Have me the suitcase.
Yeah.
Now, you fade over to that next street, saddle the horses, and wait for me. When I came out of this bank, I'm gonna come a-running.
You're taking a big risk, Hood. This county fair's got both ends of the main street blocked off. How you gonna get through?
Don't worry, I'll make it.
I hope you know what you're doing. How about your hood? Where is it?
Right here under my coat. I'll slip it on when I walk into the bank. Now get over there and saddle the broncs.
All right. I'll be waiting for you.
All right, folks, this is a holdup.
Hey, look, he's wearing a black hood. It means he's an outlaw.
He's got a gun. We'll all be killed.
Just do what you're told. Nobody will get hurt. You back in the cage. Scoop up the back notes and put them in this suitcase.
Yes, sir.
What's the matter with all you gents? We can't let an outlaw walk in here in broad daylight.
Anybody else want to argue about it? Got that suitcase filled, Pussy?
Yes, sir. Here. Don't shoot again. Please don't.
Good. Now listen, all of you. Stand right where you are till I get out of here. Unless you want to stop lid like that hombre on the floor. Trying to get this hood off. What the... Trig was right. Street's blocked at both ends. Oh, they're coming at me from both ways. Gotta duck through one of these tents.
It's an unusual offer, folks. Step right inside.
Hey, you.
Wait.
Can I have one?
Yes, sir. Step right inside. You'll never regret it, my friend. A magnificent glossy tintype.
Sure,
The
sure.
only-
I'll come in. Pull down the tent flap. Out of my way.
Why, customers aren't usually so anxious for a sitting.
What do you mean?
Sit right down in this chair. I don't believe in formal poses. I wonder what all the excitement is about. All these people rushing past
Just
here
having a
yelling.
good time, that's all.
Well, yes, I suppose so. Well, let's get to work. Now, just sit still. Hold that pose.
Wait a minute.
and then
What kind of a contraption you got there, mister?
Why, it's the latest thing in modern tintype photography. There, I just snapped the
You
first
mean it'll take my picture?
Why, of course, and this camera does it so
Why,
rapidly.
you double-crossing?
Oh!
Yeah, they're coming back this way, searching the tents. You gotta use my jackknife. Slit the back end of this thing.
Right here, Sheriff. Here's one of the tents we haven't looked over. This one belongs to that picture-taking professor.
Come on in, Pop.
Yeah? Sure. Don't want to disturb you, Professor, but the bank's been robbed. And the hombre who did it came... Well, look at that. Stretched out on the floor.
He hit me.
Who hit you, Professor? Here. I'll help.
Oh, a man carrying a suitcase. I thought he wanted his picture taken, but...
Suitcase? Was he wearing a black hood?
Oh, no, he wasn't wearing anything like that.
Here it is. Here's the whole story.
What do you mean, Sheriff?
Big cut here in the canvas wall. He got out this way.
Well,
I'll get a posse and trail that Jasper. You stay with the professor.
Yeah, sure.
I still don't understand what happened.
An outlaw critter known as the Black Hood held up the cattleman's bank and killed a man just a few minutes ago. Guess he come through here making his getaway.
Outlaw and murderer? You mean the man who was in here was...
Yep, it sure figures out that way.
Oh, and I took his picture.
What? You mean you've got a photograph of him inside that camera?
I will have a photograph as soon as I develop it.
Professor, you're going to need a lot of protection. Your life's in danger.
In the excitement following the Black Hood's escape, no one noticed a grave-faced Indian hurry away from the crowd. A short time later, in their nearby camp, Tonto told the whole story to the Lone Ranger.
So the Black Hood is operating in this territory.
Ah.
He's a dangerous criminal and a smart one. He's let his bank hold up and his getaway prove it again. Tonto, where's the photographer now, do you know?
Me think Pop Hendricks. Take him out to ranch.
That's a good idea, but he... Here, Silver Scout.
What we do, Kemosabe?
Almost dark. Steady, big fella. We'll ride out to Pop's ranch. Unless I'm mistaken, he and the photographer are going to need some help.
Come on, Silver. Come on, Scout.
You know, Trig, it's funny. Real funny.
What do you mean?
The lawman's posse fan on every trail for miles around trying to cut my side. And here we are, holed up right on the edge of town.
Yeah. You were lucky on the getaway. Slugging that picture gent and busting through his tent.
Yeah, I'm always lucky.
Only one thing. Might trip you up.
What's it?
Suppose he really took your picture with his camera when you first went in there. You turned one of those fancy tin-type pictures of you over to the law, they'd have to put...
He did take a picture of me. Well, I'll break every bone in that little hombre's carcass. Come on, we're heading back into town.
He's not there, Hood. I told you I heard him and the old gent called Hendricks talking about...
Where is he? He's got to live someplace. Maybe the hotel.
No, I saw him carrying all his junk and riding out of town in a buckboard with the old geezer everybody calls Pop.
It'll be easy to find out where Hendricks lives. Slap some leather on our broncs. We've got some riding and killing to do.
Oh, Silver. Oh, fella. Steady, big fella. There's a light in the ranch house, Tonto. Pop must be home. We'll leave the horses here by the corral. Hello, Pop.
Well, jump in, Juniper. I'm sure glad to see you. And Tonto.
How?
Never figured you fellas were within 1,000 miles. Come in. Come on in.
Well, thanks. We've been camped in Red Rock Canyon for several days, Pop. And Tonto was in town this afternoon.
Oh, is that so? Then you must have heard about that Black Hood varmint holding up the bank. Got away with $5,000. They shot a man down in cold blood.
Yes, Tonto told me about it. He also mentioned the photographer who took
Professor Skidmore, one of the finest gents you ever saw. I brought him out here to the ranch tonight. Figured it would be safer until the sheriff gets back.
It's a good idea.
You see, he took a tin-type picture of this Black Hood critter. Wait a minute. He's in the next room. I'll call him in.
All right.
Hey, Professor! Come in here. Want you to meet some friends of mine.
I was just unpacking my camera, Mr. Hendricks. Masked! Another outlaw!
No, you're dead wrong there, Professor. This gent and Tonto are the best friends I've got.
Now, Kemosabe.
What's the matter, Tonto?
Look. See feller at window's gun.
Oh! Jumping Juniper.
Put out the lamp quick.
Oh, we'll all be murdered.
Not if I can stop it. At least we're not such good targets in the dark.
That comes from other window.
It's coming from both sides.
We're in the middle. Hug the floor, Pop. You too, Mr. Skidmore. Use your gun, Tonto. We'll pay back some of that lead with interest.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Lone Ranger story. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a few moments. to continue our story. Crouched on either side of Pop Hendricks and the photographer, the Lone Ranger and Tonto returned the deadly gunfire of their unknown assailants.
I'm sure they didn't expect a reception like this. We can just keep them busy for a few minutes. We'll be all...
Why did I ever leave St. Louis for country like this?
Dead, blasted, murdering varmints.
No, Pop, don't move. Stay where you are.
Oh, the professor, he's been hit.
I got him, Freak. That's it. Oh, my arm! Slug to my arm!
Oh, and so is that.
I think you winged one of the buzzards.
They're getting away. Pop, you take care of Mr. Skidmore. Tonto and I'll trail those two. Come on, Tonto.
Run them down. I'll see how bad off the professor is.
Now, Silver, steady. They're heading west toward the canyon. Come on, Silver. Come on, Scout. Right ahead of us, Tonto. Sounds like they're slowing down. Yes, I... Oh, Silver. Oh, boy. Whoa. Grab one of those bridles, Tonto.
Fella. Oh.
Hey, Silver.
I'm sorry. Crook's gone. The saddle's empty.
Yes, they're giving us the slip. I should have expected something like this from a man like the Black Hood and whoever's riding with him.
I'm on foot now. We backtrack, look for sign.
I'm afraid we wouldn't have much luck this time of night.
What we do?
We go back to Pop's ranch, see how badly Mr. Skidmore was injured.
And what about Crook's horses? We leave them here?
No, chances are they've been stolen. We take them back to Pop's place and turn them over to the sheriff. You lead one, I'll take the other. Come on, Silver, come on.
Come up, Scout.
Glad to hear you're not seriously hurt, Mr. Skidmore.
Yes, my wounded knee is painful and I can't walk, but I suppose I'm lucky to be alive.
That's right, you are.
But I wasn't lucky enough to avoid taking the picture of a criminal like the Black Hood. He'll follow me forever.
By the way, did you take his picture and develop it?
Yes. Here it is.
Let me see it. This picture will be very valuable to the law. You're going to turn it over to the sheriff, aren't you?
Oh, he's more than welcome to it. I certainly don't want it.
In the meantime, as long as the Black Hood's on the loose, your life's in danger. We've had proof of that tonight.
Oh, and I had planned on going over to the town of Clemens tomorrow. There are 2 ladies there who are entitled to be photographed absolutely free of charge.
What's that? Now, what did you say?
I have their names right here. Miss Prunella and Miss Phoebe Lee. Unfortunately, the bank robbery and all the excitement today must have prevented them.
That's it. That's the way to keep you safe from harm and trap the Black Hood at the same time.
What?
I don't see how.
Pop, you're about the same size as this man. You think you could pretend to be him tomorrow long enough to set a trap?
I'll do anything to help run down that murdering Black Hood. But I don't savvy what you mean.
Now, listen. Suppose that Tonto takes his photograph into town and gives it to the sheriff. While he's there, he'll spread the word that Mr. Skidmore wasn't injured in tonight's shooting.
What good will that do?
He'll also say that after spending the night at your ranch, Mr. Skidmore has left for the nearby town of Clemens. That story should reach the Black Hood or some of his gang.
So they'll take out after me.
That's right, but I'll be covering your trail. It's the only way I know to bring the Black Hood out into the open without risking Mr. Skidmore's life again.
Dad blasted, I'm game. Professor, how do I work that photograph machine of yours?
Oh, it's very simple. The camera and tripod are in that case. Now, take them out and I'll explain.
Sure. Say, what's this rubber tube with a knob on the end of it?
Oh, that isn't a knob. It's a bulb. You squeeze that to snap the camera and take a picture.
Well, I'll be... What'll they think of next? All you have to do is squeeze this thingamajigger.
Yeah, that's right. You squeeze it just like you squeeze the trigger on a rifle, and you'll get a perfect shot.
You say shot?
A shot or picture, it means the same thing.
Oh, I see.
Now bring me that album lying there, and I'll show you how you can take some examples to pose your subjects in real lifelike poses.
Sure.
After those poses, you go ahead with your lesson in photography, Pop. Tonto and I'll wait for you.
It was almost noon of the following day when Pop Hendricks, carrying photographer's equipment, headed his buckboard for the town of Clemens. But in the meantime, Trig Ellis brought some unpleasant news to the Black Hood's hideout.
Oh, you critters. Oh, there.
Well, I see you're dantalooting a couple of bronze. Nice-looking mounts.
Stealing horses is no trick, but this ain't so nice looking.
What do you mean?
Right here in the Buena Vista newspaper. Look.
Let me see it. Black Hood holds up Cattleman's Bank and escapes capture. What's wrong with that?
Keep on reading.
Sheriff Crane also suspects the Black Hood of being implicated in the attempted murder at Pop Hendricks' ranch last night. Fortunately, no one was injured. Mr. Hendricks guessed Russell's Kid Moore, the photographer, is on his way to Clemens this morning.
You know what that means, don't you?
Sure I do. Means you and me are going to run down that gent right now. We'll drill him for good this time.
Oh, Phoebe.
Brunella, what in the world is wrong with you?
It's right here in the morning paper from Buena Vista. That horrible Black Hood outlaw who held up the bank yesterday when we were at the fair, he's still at large.
It'll all catch him. Criminals like that always get caught.
Yes, but in the meantime, he may be hiding someplace in this vicinity. Maybe around here, Phoebe.
Oh, I don't think that... I have felt a little nervous ever since that happened yesterday.
So have I. And another thing. We never did find out about the prize we won.
I was more interested in getting back home than any silly free prize. Forget it, Prunella.
Oh, I suppose that's best. Phoebe.
Yes?
It says here that this Black Hood is a homicidal maniac. That he kills for the sheer joy of killing.
Well?
Suppose we met him. Suppose he walked right into our house. What would you do?
Just stop supposing things like that. It's the most idiotic...
Just suppose for fun. What would you do?
If such an impossible thing happened, I'm sure it wouldn't be fun. And I don't know what I'd do.
Oh, it's dangerous to oppose maniacs. I think I'd try to humor him if... Oh, there's someone at the door. I'll go.
Good morning, ladies. I guess you two sort of been expecting me, haven't you?
Expecting you?
Yep, that ruckus over at the fair yesterday sort of threw me off schedule.
Who is it, Prunella?
I don't know.
Don't worry, I'll get right to work. And it won't take long. I won't take my stuff out of the suitcase until we decide just how we'll do it.
Do what?
Those 6 shots you ladies have coming.
Shots?
Yep. Oh, it's easy. I just throw a black cloth over my head.
Black cloth?
He's black. Oh, Prunella.
Ah, there's nothing for you to be squeamish about. It'll be over before you know it.
It will?
Why, sure. Only I don't like to do jobs like this in the ordinary way. Now, let's try something different.
Oh, we've got to humor him, Phoebe, until we get a chance to... Did you say different?
Yeah. How about the kitchen out there? One of you could be bending over the dishpan, and I could get a shot at the side of your head. Some folks like to sit down in a chair and just stare straight ahead. But those kind of shots always make your eyes pop out.
They do?
Yep. I don't know what to do. Oh, wait a minute. I'll get out the album and show you how some other folks have had it done before. Here. Look at some of these pictures. Yes, here's one. Young couple got married. Shot them right together when they're walking out of the church.
Oh, Brunel, this is awful. I can't stand it.
There they are, Tonto, right ahead of us. I'm sure those are the 2 we want. See, they've seen Pop's buckboard in front of that house. They're dismounting close over. Quick, we want to get there before they try the same thing they did last night.
And here's a picture of another job that's real fancy. 2 little kids, a dog, and an old man. All in one shot.
Innocent little children. And a helpless old man. Oh, you fiend, you...
What's that, lady?
My sister.
Now, here's one of a cowpuncher leaning against a hitch rail. He didn't know what was going to happen.
Oh.
Well, that just gives you an idea of different ways it can be done. And remember, you ladies are entitled to 6 shots absolutely free.
You mean you're not going to take any money from us before...
Not a penny, not 1 red cent.
Oh.
I'm doing it for nothing myself. Why's to charge you?
Prunella, I'm going to faint. I just know I am.
I feel the same way, Phoebe.
Well, let's get started. Now, both of you stand real still now. What? Well, I'll be... Fainted. Both of them. What in tarnation made them faint? Oh, jumping juniper, that sounded like shots.
Up those guns or I'll shoot to kill.
That masked hombre, the same one who tried to...
Get the guns, Tonto.
Me do it.
Oh, go let you nail them. Got both of the buzzards.
Oh, hello, Pop. Yes, they fell for the bait. The big one is a man who calls himself the Black Hood.
Kimasabi.
Yes?
Me tie Crook's hand. Hold him.
Good. This looks like Sheriff Crane coming up. Tonto left a message at his office.
Yeah, that's Sheriff Crane.
And you turn these outlaws over to him, will you, Pop?
Yes, but... Hey, wait a minute. I want to tell you
You
about...
can tell me later, Pop. Adios. Go on, Tonto.
Pop Hendricks, what are you doing over here?
Turning a couple of murdering polecats over to you, Sheriff. One of them is the Black Hood.
Black Hood? Well, you're right. He is the one. An Indian brought a tintype picture to my office. One the professor took yesterday.
Yep, I know all about it.
You do? And maybe you can tell me how you happen to be over here in Clemens. How you corralled these two.
Yeah, I'll tell you later on. As soon as I've figured out this new power I've just discovered.
Huh? New power? What are you talking about?
Sheriff, I guess you've heard about the face that'd stop a clock, ain't you?
Sure.
You're looking at a face that'll do twice that much. One look at me and females fall over in a faint. 2 at a time.
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Lone Ranger Incorporated.
You've been listening to the OTR Gold Network. Find more classic radio at otrgold.com.